Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. Also, thanks to those of you tuned in on the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamin. Okay, so as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channels if you haven't done so already, or unsubscribe. But if you do subscribe, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, also on TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and on Twitter at DGoddess27. If you go over to my website, QueenAhmadiyyahShakur.com, you can subscribe so that you'll be added to my email list. Also, don't forget to check out the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan pages on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so let's get into it. This is your first daily vitamin. Okay, so now listen to this. This happened yesterday at an HBCU, okay, Winston-Salem State University. So they have this Professor Karen who decided to take it upon herself to call the police on a young Black woman in her class because she simply would not apologize after the two of them got into an argument over the girl's refusal to rewrite a paper. Now, so apparently the teacher or the professor didn't like the way the young woman had done the paper, and so she wanted her to redo it. So she just felt like she didn't have to. She came to class, to present with her group as was required so that she wouldn't get a failing grade or wouldn't get a 0. But she didn't feel the need to rewrite the paper. So the professor and her got into a dispute. And like I said, the professor ended up calling the cops because this young woman didn't want to apologize. So let's get into it. So the young Black woman was in class and had a disagreement, which resulted in the police coming. Okay. Now they say over the past decade, there's been a lot of people divided because of, all of these things that have been going on with people being victimized and these Karens and Kens weaponizing the police against Black folk. When there's some type of minuscule incident that could clearly have been handled better in a more appropriate manner without escalating the situation. But very often, these people will escalate situations to where they call the police for absolutely no reason. And they need to start being held accountable for it. When they call the police and there's no valid reason, because she actually said that she called the police because this young woman was yelling at her. So that's a crime. Now, if the young woman was in fact yelling at her, I'm sure she was yelling herself. Okay? Because according to the video, that's what the other students said. They said you were yelling at her. So we're going to get into that because I'll play the video in a moment. But so, as I said, they got into an argument and she came to class to present with her peers so she wouldn't get a failing grade and wouldn't get a 0. After that, the professor accused the student of yelling at her and called the police. And then the police showed up. First of all, that's embarrassing. It's absolutely uncalled for. There was no need for it. And here's the thing. In order for her to be so quick to call the police over something so trivial, so minuscule, that says to me that she clearly doesn't like the people whom she's teaching. So if you don't like these students, then why are you at a whole HBCU caring? That's what I want to know. Now, I don't know what consequences, if any, this professor received, but she should have been fired as far as I'm concerned. She should not be allowed to work there because if you don't like these students, if you don't like Black people in general, why are you there? I just have so many questions, but likely she didn't even get reprimanded. I don't know. But I'll have to look for an update on this at a later time, because hopefully she got some type of disciplinary action because this was just also, over the top. Right. And so I'm going to go to the video. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this foolishness for yourselves. Everyone, please like and share. Don't forget how important it is to like and share these videos. All right. With that all being said, let me go ahead and pull this up. Okay, here we go.
And she's still standing there letting this happen. Exactly.
I hate you.
It already escalated. She's about to come out and hit him.
I swear to God, I hate you. I swear to God, swear to God, I hate you, bro. You're the worst teacher ever. You get me taken out of handcuffs because I want to apologize? Because I want to apologize? You started yelling at me. You trying to embarrass me about my paper. You're a terrible teacher.
Is somebody recording this? Oh, everybody is.
I hope you're recording
everybody
because
that's ridiculous. Yes, that really is.
Letting this shit happen.
She sit here and say she loves black people and stuff, but you let this happen to her? Come on now. No, you yelled at her first. You yelled at her first, but you want her to apologize. It doesn't make any sense.
You hear everybody listen. I have look at my grades, my GPA. I graduated by 8 points. I'm not no dumb bitch. I'm not stupid, Dr. V. The whole class.
I'm so mad.
I am valedictorian, bitch.
So mad.
What the hell?
That you let her walk out of handcuffs. Yeah, you were yelling at her. You were yelling at her. That's ridiculous.
That's BS.
I'm saying.
BS.
I'm like.
Trying to say I'm sorry.
That's.
You're the worst teacher I've ever had in my fucking life.
Okay, so clearly, as you can see, that was a power play by Professor Karen. That's all that was. She wanted her way, and when she didn't get it, she weaponized the police. That's exactly what she did, and that's what many of these Karens and Kens do. Now, she demanded this young woman apologize, but if there was an argument, a confrontation, weren't both of them involved in it? And didn't she, in fact, start it? You heard the students saying that you were yelling at her. So if you want respect, you have to give respect. You don't get to yell at someone, talk crazy to them, and expect them to have a calm tone with you. That's just not how it works. And my thing is, for her to have escalated to this situation, I don't think she likes black people. I just don't. And so she shouldn't be at an HBCU. I just feel like she should not be there. Now, as a professor myself, there's no way I would ever speak to a student in a disrespectful manner. There's no way I would ever call the police on a student simply because they refuse to apologize. Who does that? That is real crazy. That is real crazy. Now, I mostly teach online, but even when I have been on campus, you know, if I've had a student say something I didn't like or whatever, there's a way to handle these things without escalating it, you know, specifically over something that you can handle yourself, or you can send them to the dean, ask them to leave your class or whatever. You don't have to do all of that. And if this young woman didn't want to rewrite her paper, then that was her prerogative, because essentially that could affect her own grade. And I'm sure she knows that. So you can't force her to do it. You should not demean her because she refused to do it. And you should not be yelling at her. And then, more importantly, get upset when she returns the favor and yells at you. And then she's sitting there demanding an apology. Who does Karen think she is? But see, this is often the case. So, you know, I don't know what kind of consequences Karen got, if any. I would like to know, though. I would like to find out, what did she get? Did she get any sort of disciplinary action? She should not be working at that school as far as I'm concerned. Because for her to call the police for something so trivial, like I said, that makes no sense. Okay, so I take it as the fact that I don't think she really even likes those students. Okay. And it was clearly about control, about her exhibiting control. Oh, you're going to do what I say. And if you don't do what I say, then I'm going to call the police and have you embarrassed and arrested. Now you have an arrest on your record, even if the charges don't stick. First of all, why did the police even arrest a young woman when the teacher clearly said, according to reports, that she was having her arrested for yelling at her? So yelling at someone is a crime? If you're not making open threats, how is that a crime? Because you're yelling at someone. So anyway, it's also ridiculous. Leave me a comment and let me know what you all think about this, because I absolutely am so sick of these Karens, and they use the police against us at every chance they get when they don't get their way. Okay, just a means of exhibiting power over us, as if we're still on some plantation. Pay attention. This is what they do. So with that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity. Have a blessed rest of your day, and I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.